What up, rogues? It is Thursday. That is, you know what that means. Brawl-A-Thon, baby. We are just chilling and playing a variety of commanders, building decks, and just vibing. By far, I think that this is probably the most relaxed event that I do. So, it's going to be nice. We're going to just be chilling. Um, I got my ranked grind days and I got my deck gauntlet and all that, and those are a thing. They're their own like whole thing. But Brawl-A-Thon is very nice, very fun. Um, Also, for those of you who are new to the channel, uh, welcome to the guild. Uh, please join. Please follow, subscribe, share, all that stuff. Become one of the rogues. It comes with a variety of fun little things that will be that are currently in the works, or well, it will come with a variety of things that are currently in the works. Still a pretty new channel, you know. So I'm getting art for overlays. I would love to get some custom icons made at some point too. You get it. You get it. It's gonna take time. I'm just starting out, but the more of you that follow and like and share and subscribe and all that, the faster I'll be able to get all of that going for you guys. So please, please, please do anything you can, anything you want to help out the channel. I greatly appreciate it. Trying to build a Jolly Balloon Man deck right now. Kind of a weird deck. Ooh. Yeah, we'll grab the Delivery Moogle and the Felidar Savior. So far, I got a lot of white cards and not a lot of red, though. So I'm about to kind of slow my roll on all these white cards. Ooh. Ooh. It'd be nice for my balloon tokens to actually hit hard, so this is going in. Let's see. Makes you up to 2 target. Return target creature with my value 2 letters from the graveyard to your hand. Kind of like that. We're doing that too. Huh. I don't think I have a single creature with a value of 1 or less. Kind of funny. What do you do? Ooh. Nice. Yeah, we're doing that. Making a bunch of lander tokens is pretty freaking cool. We're not really playing dinosaurs, so I'm not going to really put that in here. Da, 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 da. Creatures you control get +1/+0 and gain haste until end of turn. Ooh, yeah, we're doing that. And actually, yeah, I'll grab Viashino Pyromancer too. If we could just go like 2 or 3 sets without seeing any landfall, that would be so nice. I would love that. Oh, man. Let's see. Oh, hey, this has potential. Ha ha ha! Prickly pear! Get it, guys? That's so stupid. Dinotomaton. That's... okay. Equilibrium adapt. Ain't gonna lie, it might be a slightly short stream today. Also, hello, viewer. Thank you for being here. Really appreciate you coming in. I'm sure you saw the description. You know what we're up to today. Just brawling and brewing. It's going to be a good time. Also, why can I not pull up the stream manager on my phone? What is happening here? Oh, there we go. There we go. Cool. All right. Now then. When this creature enters, deals 4 damage to each opponent. Whenever a source you control deals non-combat damage to an opponent, if there are 4 or more card types among cards in your graveyard, this creature deals that amount of damage to target creature that player controls. Oh. I am definitely putting that in here. What the fuck? I still need to beat Final Fantasy IV. Let's see. Or another dwarf. You may discard a card. If you do, draw a card. Eh. She eliminated the void and get to the Celestial Palatinate. Light Forging. Oh. This just casually makes dragons when it enters, huh? Yeah. We're doing that. For sure. Let's see here. It's too bad that the Jolly Balloon Man doesn't... Like, I think it's a little stupid that the balloon tokens are legendary. Like, if, you know, if you copy, like, a legendary thing. Because, I mean, it's a 1-1. But then again, those balloon tokens do have flying and haste, which could be pretty messed up. Let's see. Create a food token at the beginning of combat on your turn. You may have target opponent gain control of target permanent you control. What you do, create a 1/1 white ally creature token. Put a +1/+1 counter on that token for each permanent you own that your opponents control. Meh. What about this? I begrudgingly have to admit I like this guy's flavor text. That's kind of funny. I find a world where the herds finally listen to me, but now the plants have an attitude? That's pretty funny. But yeah, no, today's stream might be a little bit shorter because I am fucking melting. I got like no sleep last night. But I'll definitely go until at least like 5 o'clock-ish or something like that. Right now it is 1:38. So yeah, y'all got me for at least a few hours. Let's see, what are some good attack triggers that I have, because the Balloon Man's also pretty good for those. Not many. Huh. Maybe I just don't have good enough cards to make a Balloon Man deck. I'm gonna have to just discard this. That sucks. I really want to make a good Jolly Balloon Man deck. Just because It sounds silly and fun. You know what, though? I have been wanting to make something that abuses Niv-Mizzet Reborn. Oh man, why did it pick standard brawl? Ugh. Gross. No, I wanted to use this motherfucker. Because he's kind of broken. I mostly don't go for like 5-color commanders. Because like a lot of them really just... A lot of the 5-color commander decks just don't have like an identity or actual play style to them. It's just a way to kind of throw together a bunch of random bullshit as far as I can tell. But then you got stuff like this, where like when he enters, you look at the top 10 of your library and you can put up to 10 cards in your hand. So that's messed up. The only condition is that, you know, it has to be one of each color pair. But if you do happen to reveal 10 different color pairs, basically one for each of the guilds, yeah, that's up to 10 cards. Kind of crazy. So we're gonna look at all of our dual color cards and see what we can do with that. I hate cleave. It is just so unintuitive. Like I'm paying more to remove text. Kinda weird. Yeah, Frodo would be an interesting commander, and I might build him at some point. But, let's see. Oh. This just turns into a 4-3 with trample. That's a big old nothing burger. Banalish Sleeper. Meh. We'll go ahead and put Lantern Flare in here. Yeah, that's pretty fun. Not really playing tokens. Not really playing spirits specifically. Heliod's a good choice to go in here, though. X damage to any target where X is the number of attacking creatures. Ew. Shall I? This could be a 5/6 potentially. But that costs 7 mana. Not really worth it. Captive Weird is fine. Turns into a 3/3 and gets me a card, so that's cool. Being able to grab lands is great. Although, you know what? Before I go crazy with all of my, like, non-ramp pieces and stuff like that, let's get some ramp pieces and some card draw and stuff like that in here, and then we can focus on the rest, actually. I almost spaced on that. That's a very important thing to have in Commander, is, like, ramp and draw power. You want, like, powerful engines and stuff for your deck that do different stuff. Let's see. Oh, yeah, I forgot about the freaking Enigma Jewel. Interesting. God damn, I'm tired. Yeah, we'll definitely put the Terminus of Return in here. The Darkness Crystal is really better in like a mono black deck with like a lot of removal, or maybe like a Rakdos or Dimir deck or something, but I wouldn't put it in anything that's more than like 3 colors really. This can potentially give a creature +4/+0, so that's nice. Oh, I suppose we should look at creatures too. Since mana dorks are a thing that exist. Actually, you know, and why am I not? Because obviously, like most of the best ramp is going to be, you know, rare or mythic. Duh. Let's see. Too bad I'm not going to be playing a particularly large amount of red in here, or this would be amazing. Oh yeah, Bramble familiar. That's good. As is Fanatic of Ronas. Azusa. Nah. What is this? I wonder if any of these hero tokens look like the tunes of anybody from Final Fantasy XIV, like any of the players. That'd be kind of a cool little detail Easter egg type thing. Just, hey, these hero tokens are based off of actual players type of thing. Well, that'd be pretty fun. Oh yeah, we gotta put Vivi in here. Period. In fact, I would be willing to get rid of this Zookeeper Mechan, cause yeah, I don't need that. He specifically ramps for dragons, so that's kind of... I'm tempted. I've never really used Rivaz. Rivaz? I don't know how to say his name. Oh, fuck. This freaking guy. Let's see. Sacrifice food. Deals 3 damage to each opponent. At the beginning of each end step. If you gained life this turn, untie the... Yikes. That has potential. Boomy Unleashed would be kind of cool too, but nah, he doesn't really do anything this deck wants to do. Have Vigilance and tap, add 1 mana of any color, spend this mana only to cast a creature spell. Nah. Damn. I am so freaking tired. I need to throw this reality fulcrum into a really good like exile commander deck. Like a self-exile deck. That'd be interesting. You know what? Hold on. Hold on. Because this isn't like specifically a Spellslinger deck, so maybe VV isn't really that good of a choice. I think I'm going to actually switch things up a bit here. Let's see. Tome of the Guild Pact. Eternity Elevator. Timeless Lotus. Alright, that is 3 very powerful ramp cards. Now we're going to go into common and uncommon. Obviously, we need to grab the Arcane Signet. And actually, Springleaf Drum. There we go. Five ramp cards, 3 of them being very, very, very strong. Although, you know what? Yeah, let's go ahead and do that too. Fanatic. Huh. Let's see. Until your next turn, whenever a creature you attack. How the hell is Tameo popping up? I don't see the word. Oh, there it is. Return target instant or sorcery card from your graveyard to your hand. If it's a green card, add 1 mana of any color. There it is. Okay. That's why she popped up. I'm sitting here like, why the hell is Tameo popping up right now? Where is the word add anywhere in her text? Never mind. I see now. Hmm. And 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, yeah, that's good enough. I draw literally any of these, I'm gonna be pretty good on mana. Oh shit. Sorry, 1 second. There we go. That was my reminder to feed my cat, which I already did. Okay, now then. Any good multicolored card draw that I could use in here? I mean, Heliod's pretty fun. But he doesn't draw me cards, so that kind of sucks. Yeah, we're gonna grab both of those. Rel is fun, but honestly, he'd be pretty fun to make a commander deck out of, too. Oh, man, as if I don't want to put Toxrill in here. What am I thinking? Yeah, I want him in here. What the hell? Tameshi's also a good idea for this deck. +1/+0 and have ward 1. Ugh. The hell does this do? Oh. Meh. Huh. Although, am I actually going too crazy here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But then again, all of the draw pieces that I've grabbed so far do a lot more than just draw me cards. So, yeah, never mind. This is fine so far. Hey, baby. How you doing? Hopefully you're feeling a little better. Oh my god. Hell yeah. Okay, so you must be on break. Cool. Cool. I'm glad you're working on art. I'm good. I'm just over here trying not to fucking absolutely just melt into a fucking puddle. I am so tired. Yeah, no, like I said, today, with the shit you've been through, you feel free to call me if you need, okay? I'm gonna need to take a couple breaks from the stream anyways. You know, get up and stretch my legs, get my blood flowing, because I am fucking dying. Oh, I've already had 3 cups of coffee. Which I don't know how much caffeine that is, but I probably shouldn't have any more caffeine. Yeah, I mean, I would like to have some W. It tastes so freaking good. Oh, yeah, I already said to anybody watching that this is going to be a shorter stream. They're going to get me for maybe a few hours tops. I'm not staying on it here until 7. Probably not. Like, that's just asking for trouble. You know, sleep deprivation is really, really bad for your brain, and my brain has enough problems as it is. I don't know if I like that. Eh. Let's see. Yeah, I'm grabbing both of my Niv-Mizzets. Well, both of my 2-color ones, because I actually have 4 different versions of Niv-Mizzet. I wonder, actually, I just realized, do they have every version of him in this game or not? Let me take a look. Because that would be kind of funny if they did. Let's see, Perrin, Visionary. They got Guild Pact, who I am pretty interested in playing as well. Let's see, Flying, Hexproof from Multicolored. Whenever he deals combat damage to a player, deals X damage to any target. Target player draws X cards. You gain X life, where X is the number of different color pairs among permanents you control that are exactly 2 colors. That is nice. That needs to be in this deck. What the hell? Ugh. Also, it looks like these are the only 2 Izzet versions of Niv-Mizzet in here. Oh, yeah? You scoundrel. I gotta go get my water bottle. Be right back. Oh, my God. I'm dying. Okay. I have returned. Here it is. Glorious H2O. There you go. Now I don't have to dehydrate. Okay, that's all the versions of Niv-Mizzet I got. Also, have I put enough card draw in here? Let me see. +3/+3 and flying until end of turn. Return target creature with mana value 2 or less from the graveyard to the battlefield. Target player draws a card and loses 1 life. Target opponent sacrifices a creature of their choice. Yeah, that's going in. Mana value 2 or less. Nice. Nice, yeah, I'm gonna definitely grab that too. I'm not exactly running a bunch of villains. I'll grab this fucking guy, though. For sure. Whenever Satoru and or one or more other non-token creatures you control enter, if none of them were cast or no mana was spent to cast them, draw a card. Nah. Draw 3 cards, put 2 from your hand on top of your library. Nah, that's pretty blasé. Or, well, one thing I am intending to do with this deck is lots of really nasty blink effects, because yeah, a lot of this stuff wants to bounce in and out of the battlefield for maximum effect. For instance, Heliod can just return as many enchantments as I want from my graveyard as long as he keeps leaving and re-entering the battlefield. This fella here will help me draw and discard cards. Tameshi literally allows me to draw a card whenever a non-creature permanent is returned to hand, so that's cool. Ifara would re-enter the battlefield as Invasion of Theros, which would allow me to search for an aura, god, or demigod. So yeah. Yeah. Let's see. Although I think I have just about enough card draw. We're not gonna skip putting Glissa in here though. She's very, very nice. She removes counters, destroys enchantments, and draws me cards. What's not to love? God, once again, I am freaking cold. Might need to put something on to warm up. Maybe a hoodie or something. But then I'll probably get too warm. I'm one of those. I get way too warm really easily, so it's kind of better for me to just be cold and acclimate to it. Ace Archer. Oh. You know, I would not mind making a Bant Rabbit deck, because that would just be really funny. Play this, Heir Apparent, handful of other nonsensical kind of things like that. And then, yeah, just make a shitload of Heir Apparent tokens and capitalize on effects like this. Oh my god. Let's see. Samut, Vizier of Noctimun. Does combat damage to a player if that creature entered this turn, draw a card. Meh. Trample on haste until end turn. Fights target creature you don't control. Destroy up to one targeted artifact or enchantment. Shuffle this card into your library from your graveyard, then draw a card. This could be fun, but what? Is a partner? Oh, but in order to abuse that, I need to have another commander that has partner. That's right. Let's see. Elrond, I'm not exactly scrying a whole bunch. At the beginning of combat on your turn, up to one target land you control becomes an XX green and blue bird creature with flying and haste until end of turn, where X is the number of cards in your hand. It's still a land. Whenever a land creature you control deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. Green and blue bird with flying and haste. Ugh. Yeah, I like that. Give me that. Albiorix Goose Tyrant. Oh, that's an alchemy card. Fuck that. I know I'm somewhat nerfing myself by absolutely refusing to fucking play, I know I'm kind of playing myself by not playing alchemy cards, but I hate alchemy. If I wanted to play Hearthstone or whatever, I would play Hearthstone, which is already a virtual card game that exists. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Rex's Goose Pen. Oh. Hey. Yeah. You know what? Let's trim down all of the card draw stuff and actually focus here on, efficiency rather than just throwing in a bunch of good stuff. I don't want to be another one of those people that just throws good stuff into the deck and doesn't really try to actually build something cohesive. Although that said, Toxrill is an actual fantastic choice for this deck. Ifara really wants me to play enchantments, so honestly, as much as I don't really want, as much as I want to include Ifara, I'm gonna have to say no to that. Also, yeah, let's focus on permanence. As much as I like powerful instants and sorceries that draw me cards, I need engines. I need things that act as an engine to help me draw more cards and stuff like that. That is the correct way to build. Not that there is a quote-unquote correct way to build, but if you're trying to, like, build something effective, well, then there kind of is a correct way to build. You know? Like, build whatever you want, but if you're trying to win, there are certain things you need to keep in mind. Oh, you know what? Tameshi doesn't really work for this either. Yeah, that's unfortunate. I want Tameshi in here, but nah. I am putting both Urza and Mishra in here, so actually, one second. Urza. And then Mishra. Because those are both potentially game-breaking cards. Just straight up. So, yeah, we're going to do that. And then, alright, let's see. When he enters, investigate. And then I can tap X plus 3, tap in, and sack a clue to draw X cards and gain X life. Yeah, he's going in here. He's good. For those of you watching, well, aside from Mumbles, my lovely partner, they already told me what they're up to. What about the rest of you? What are you up to? Or, actually, you too, Mumbles, if you're doing anything different now. Are you still doing art? You know, I feel like Lockmere Serpent really wants to be in a Sultai deck, so I'm not playing that. This son of a bitch is going in here. Getting both of these out literally goes infinite, so... I'm definitely putting them both in here. The hell does this do? Oh. Yeah, no, I'm good. Oh yeah, Zagana. No, 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 no. No, not that version. Not that she's bad, but Prime Speaker Zagana is way better. Yeah, this one requires you to have a creature with a +1/+1 counter on it in order to draw a card. And that's kind of lame. And then, like, I mean, it's cool that it gives each creature you control with a +1/+1 counter on it trample. That's neat. I like that. But this deck isn't really focused on doing anything with counters, so there's kind of really no point in me doing that. Uh, 6/6, reach, trample, indestructible. Can't attack or block unless it has an even number of counters on it. At the beginning of your first main phase, put a +1/+1 counter on it. Then if it has an odd number of counters on it, draw 2 cards. An indestructible body that... Yeah, actually, I like this. Prime Speaker. Whenever Balaam Garden attacks, draw a card. It's a 5/4 with flying. However, in order to really, really make this thing worth playing, I need to play more than just one town in the whole deck. So, nah, I'm good on that. What does this do? Oh. Yeah, we're doing that. Awaken the Maelstrom. As fun as this is, I'm gonna have to just say nah. Okay, cool. We got tons of powerful card draw in here now. And all of it is stuff that Niv-Mizzet is capable of fetching for me, so... Hell yeah. Okay. Now that we've got our card draw and our ramp out of the way, now it's time to do the rest. We're gonna... Let's focus on creatures first. And I got tons of rares and mythics in here already, so I'm not really going to focus super hard on rares and mythics at this point. Because once again, I'm not just trying to build 5-color good stuff. I'm trying to build something that actually works. I've been wanting to build this commander for ages, by the way, so y'all are... watching me finally, like, try to make a dream come true, you know? I love you too, baby. You try to have a good day, okay? And, I don't know how long of a nap I'm going to be taking later or whatever. But, whether you're home or not by the time I'm awake, I'll go ahead and take that walk for you to the store. Pick that card up for you. So, yeah, after my nap, wherever you are, I'll go to the store. And I love you too, baby. Let's see. Oh, yeah. I don't care about this stupid thing. Phyrexian Missionary seems like an okay choice. Cleaving Skyrider. Shall I? Damn, that's a depressing thought. This flavor text says something about the angels had vowed to protect New Capenna. She was determined to uphold that vow, no matter the cost. I'm not sure it is worth getting turned into a Phyrexian, I'm gonna be real. Because at that point, not only are you not upholding said vow, you are actively trying to destroy the thing you were protecting. That's not good. For those of you who may possibly not know, the Phyrexians are pretty messed up. They corrupt stuff and make it evil, basically. Or more like they corrupt stuff and force it to serve the will of New Phyrexia. So, yeah, that's not good. What the hell is this? Meh. Alright, Nah, I got enough card draw. I don't want to put just a bunch of stuff that draws cards in here, especially with Niv-Mizzet doing what he does. Yeah. Blight Reaper Thallid? Let's see. Nah, I don't care about that. Whirlwing Stormbrood. Eh. Eh. Oh, well, I mean, 3 mana to put 3+1/+1 counters on something. And then actually, no, these omens are kind of nasty in a Niv-Mizzet Reborn deck, now that I think about it. Because, like, after you cast the omen, you have to shuffle the card into your library. However, if I just blink Niv-Mizzet, I'll probably be able to dig through my library and grab these again. So, yeah. Oh, shit. Especially, like, this gives my sorcery spells and dragon spells flash. This one just freaking nukes all of the counters on a single creature when it enters. That's disgusting. And then there's Twin Maw Stormbrood. 2 mana to deal 5 damage to a creature without flying is pretty nice. But I don't really care about the life gain. However, I'm still putting it in here. Let's see. Freaking Adventure Time looking ass. Let's see, Nezumi Freewheeler. The hideous flesh wheeler is really creepy looking. Look at all those weird teeth on the tentacles. Ugh. This creature enters, each player mills 3 cards. Put target permanent card with mana value 2 or less from any graveyard onto the battlefield, huh? You know? That's kind of nice. Are there any 2 mana permanents that I really care about grabbing from my graveyard if they wind up in there? There's a handful. But not enough for me to care. Phyrexian Warhorse. Meh. Monstrous Warleech. No, I don't care about that either. Spellscorn Coven can go in here, though. That's cool. Huh. Alright, Shilgengar isn't really that useful in here, so we're just going to say no to that. A 1 cost with kicker and haste, and also a worse version of fire breathing. Sprouting goblin? Yeah, I don't care about that. Ulrich's Kindred. Oh shit. Time to change my batteries. Let's see. When this creature enters, if it was kicked, create 2/1/1 white soldier creature tokens. As long as this creature entered this turn, creatures you control have haste. Shit. I mean, that'll actually work pretty well for what I'm trying to do here. Hell yeah. Good news, y'all. I think I feel a second wind coming on. So, that's pretty sick. Let's see. Steam Clean. Whenever an opponent casts a spell with mana value 3 or less, deals 1 damage to that player. Yeah, I'll grab that. Hell yeah. What do you do? Oh wow, this poor guy. He was just trying to escape and got turned into that goddamn thing. If that ain't fucked up, I don't know what is. Decadent Dragon. It does make treasure tokens. I like that. Also, I get to yoink a couple of my opponent's cards, so... yeah, that sounds good. Itali's going in here, especially with the blink effects that I'm planning to play. Imodane's Recruiter is a good choice. A 3 cost 2/3 with haste that can turn into a flying 3/4 with haste. That's... I mean, the fact that it turns into a flyer is kind of cool. Not to mention it becomes large enough to avoid getting killed by a lightning bolt or something, so that's kind of cool, but... I don't really care about that. Man, nobody click that. Don't nobody click or copy and paste that. I am going to kill this bot real quick. 1 second here. Freaking asshole. Oh wait, you know what? Come to think of it. Bam! Although, I'll go ahead and open up my authenticator app anyways. Keep forgetting I could just manage my stream from my phone. That's okay, though. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Earth and ally. +1/+0 for each color among allies you control. Tap 2 and Wooburg to Earthbend 5. There's way too much Wooburg bullshittery in Avatar, which, I mean, I shouldn't be that surprised, but because its whole thing is the 4 elements, and then, you know, you can find various reasons to include black in that overall color scheme and shit too, so It's a creature that makes a copy of a creature? I like that. Oh yeah, Minartok. Polar Werebear. Oh, that's that alchemy bullshit. I'm good. Don't really care about that either. Definitely putting the Thoptrix in there, though. I hate this son of a bitch. Just combine the two fucking stupidest ways to play this game. That's a great idea. Whenever you attack with 5 or more soldiers, creatures you control get +1/+1 and gain flying until end of turn. I doubt that I have anywhere near enough soldiers for that. Yeah, so far I don't even have a single soldier, so nah, I'm super good. Ooh. Yes, please. Although that is officially 40 freaking cards. I think I might have lost focus again. Especially since... Oh, man. Okay, hold on. Phyrexian Missionary, Scalding Viper, Dread Knight. We're keeping the Thoptrix. And the Fence. This goes into like a token deck or something. We're not doing that. This is good though. Oh, well. Nah. Nah. Oh, don't mind me. My client is absolutely shitting itself real quick. I was gonna say, my game better not crash. I will be salty. Okay. Elvish Hydromancer. Oh, come on. Stop fucking lagging. Alright. Yeah, I'm gonna keep all of these. Same goes for the Decadent Dragon, because I mean, that steals cards from my opponent and creates treasures. That's pretty good. We're gonna keep a Storm Brood. Both of those. We're gonna keep this. Twin Maw Storm Brood. We're gonna keep that too. Okay, you know what? I lied. It's gonna be a good stuff deck. Because honestly, as I'm paying attention to what I'm doing here and how the deck is all shaken out, maybe Niv-Mizzet Reborn wants me to do good stuff. It's kind of what it feels like. So, yeah. When Nico enters, create 2 shard tokens. Target non-legendary creature you control. Shards you control become copies of it until the next end step. Return it to the battlefield under its owner's control at the beginning of the next end step. Do I have a lot of non-legendaries that really even care about? I mean, making copies of Decadent Dragon would be pretty messed up. Let's see. Turning those shards into copies of nope, Scheming Fence isn't really useful. Yeah, Nico isn't that useful in this deck, so we're going to say no to that. Ezrin, Agency Chief. Archon Detective. Oh my god. These hat sets are so stupid. Let's see. Sacrifice an artifact. Gains your choice of Vigilance, Lifelink, or Hexproof until end of turn. Huh. You know what, though? I think I got a bunch of freaking Azorius shit already. Yeah, no, I do. So yeah, no, I'm good. Absolute Virtue. That could be fun. But nah. Let's see, Drana and Linvala. Whenever you sacrifice another permanent, put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. When it dies, you may exile it. When you do, return target creature card with mana value less than or equal to this creature's power from your graveyard to the battlefield. Nope. That could be fun, but no. Yeah, Seraph of the Scales isn't really useful for this either. Holy crap. Etrata is a very interesting and fun alternate win condition for this deck. I'm definitely going to throw that in. Do I have much in the way of Izzet stuff? I've got... No, I don't. Not really running enough artifacts to really care about Joyra. If you end step, if you have fewer than 8 cards in your hand, draw cards equal to the difference. Ew. I'm not really running enough villains to play that, but I'm not running any villains, actually. I'm only really able to put 21 more freaking cards in here. Non-land cards, that is. Yeah. Baral and Karizev is fine. I mean, I've got enough like adventures and omens and stuff on top of also I'm going to be, throwing just regular old instants and sorceries in here, so. And then, yeah, I have enough non-creature stuff that VV is a good idea. Breaches. Oh yeah, I forgot about this little bastard. I love coin flip effects. I ain't gonna lie, I think one of these days I'm gonna make a deck based off of just flipping coins and seeing what happens. uh what was that notification? Okay. Be right back, y'all. I return. Sup, dudes? Time. Okay. Let's fucking see here. Crux is a good choice. And I don't really have any Rakdos stuff in here yet, I think. Yeah, I got Mishra. And the Decadent Dragon. Let's fix that. Yeah, we'll grab Crux. Rankle and Torbrand could be pretty cool, but meh. Let's see, whatever you sacrifice another creature. Nah. Not a lot of super great Rakdos stuff to put in here. But still, there's a few. This fella here creates a bunch of treasure tokens, so that's cool. Okay. And then as far as Golgari colors go, well, we want Polukranos. He's good. What does Braco do? Draw a card and put a +1/+1 on him whenever I kill something big. That's kind of nice. Although, you know what? Maybe I don't really need more creatures, actually. I do need to remember I have multicolored stuff other than just creatures. So, in fact, we don't really need Far Fortune. I'll keep Ruzik, because he's good. I don't have much in the way of Golgari stuff either. You know what, though? The goal is not to just grab one of every color every time I blink Niv-Mizzet either. He just allows me to really dig through my deck. And you know what? With that in mind, actually, what am I doing? No. I just had the biggest freaking flash of inspiration, which is so appropriate, really, for a Niv-Mizzet fan like myself. So, what we're going to do is, I mean, we're still putting Urza and Mishra in here because, dude, they're pretty OP, both of them. And then we'll go through and grab only my absolute strongest multicolored cards. So, let's see. Well, dual color cards. So, Shalai is really good. I mean, a 4-cost that gives me planeswalkers I control and other creatures I control hexproof. Like, that's just good. That's just really good. Let's see. Stronghold Arena sucks. Let's see. Toxrill. Itali. Dig Up is good. You know, for 4 mana I can just grab whatever I want, so that's nice. Alquist Prof is a good idea. What the hell is Assimilation Aegis? When this equipment enters exile up to 1 target creature until this equipment leaves the battlefield. Whenever this equipment becomes attached to a creature, for as long as this equipment remains attached to it, that creature becomes a copy of a creature card exiled with this equipment. That seems stupid, actually. What? Maybe I'm missing something, but that actually does not sound that good to me. What the hell do you do? A fox with vigilance, a moonfolk with flying, and a rat with lifelink. And then I can tap 5 to put a +1/+1 counter on each creature I control. That's nice. Metamai, Absolute Virtue, Vanishing Verse, and Anguished Unmaking are definitely going in. Drana and Linvala for sure. you do, Kaya? Whenever one or more creatures you control and or creature cards in your graveyard are put into exile, you may choose a creature card from among them. Until end of turn, target token you control becomes a copy of it, except it has flying. Huh. That has a little bit of potential. But doesn't really work for this deck. Invasion of Telvada, Liesa, blot out the sky. Skivix the Augmenter. Meh. Although putting 4 copies of this into a deck could be really messed up. Into like a historic deck. Or a standard deck. We're doing this guy. Thief of Sanity, absolutely. Etrata, Italian. Oh, you know what? Connive Concoct should go in here too. As should Revival and Revenge, because yeah, those are very, very useful. Revenge is nice against like life gain and stuff, for example. You know, cut your opponent's life total in half. I mean, unless they have like just a completely unreasonable amount of life, that should have a meaningful impact on the match, most likely. You know, there are certain cards that you can put as many as you like into commander decks. So I'm going to go ahead and put Kotose in here, actually. Just in case. Worst comes to worst. It's graveyard hate. It allows me to steal shit. So, I don't see the problem. At the beginning of your end step, if you've played a land or cast a spell this turn from anywhere other than your hand, deals damage equal to its power to any target. Although VV can definitely go in. Yeah, Brawl and Karizev are a really good choice too. Although, am I still going entirely way too crazy here? Oh my god. Okay, let's see. No, I'm not. Because let's see. I only have, 19 creatures in here so far. Okay, no, we're good. Um, although let's look at my commands. Did I put in silver gold command? I did not. I should though. And same goes for Ojutai's command, I think is what it's. Yep, Ojutai's command. We're gonna do that too. So I'm gonna have some stuff that wants these things to happen. So, yeah. This freaking guy could be really nasty too. You know what? Yeah, why am I not putting him in here? What am I doing? And then come to think of it, I should also definitely grab Time Wipe. Okay. A field wipe, and I can also mill half my opponent's library. Yeah, I'm doing it. Okay. Not to mention, that's 2 of the field wipes that I want to put in. Technically 3 if I include Blot Out the Sky, although it only destroys non-creature, non-land permanents. So, there is that, but that's okay. Lila, because multicolored stuff and prowess? Yeah, I want that. I'm a little mad that they didn't make him a dragon wizard avatar, but can't have everything. Ionize. Both of my Niv-Mizzets. Target non-token creature you control that doesn't have the same name as a token you control. Create a token that's a copy of it, except it isn't legendary, is a reflection in addition to its other types, and has haste. Oh, but then I wind up having to sacrifice all reflections I control. Unless I find a way to destroy the enchantment before that happens. This version of Melek is so strong. Okay. Ovika. Roaring Furnace. Expansion and Explosion. Cruxa. Alesha Who Laughs at Fate. Bedevil. Kolaghan's Command. Ruzik. Glissa. Find and Finality is good. Palukranos. Ooh, Casualties of War. Gotta do that. This version of Glissa seems cool, but not really that useful for this deck. Oh, dude. Bard class is pretty goated for this. Rule Spellbreaker. Alana and Elena. Oh boy, here we go. Unfortunately, y'all, by the way, I'm going to be hopping off pretty soon here, but I want to finish this deck at least before I do. So, don't worry. And you know what? I'll even play a single match just to like test it out, so that way I'm not just ditching y'all without you guys getting to see some action, you know? Ravager Worm, yep, that's pretty good. Response and Resurgence is actually a little bit meh for this. Lightning's really mean, and so is Flage. Ugh. Let's see. Ooh. Hactos is fun. I should mess around with the companion mechanic one of these days. It seems fun. Nahiri has some serious potential. Not in this deck, but in a deck. Jiru and Hazaret. Look at the top 6. Exile legendary from among them. Ugh. Well, I do got a lot of legendaries in here. And this is another way to dig for a Trata and pull out that that alternate win con she's got there, so that's fun. Nalira's kind of interesting, but I don't foresee myself running into a huge amount of poison. God, these stupid cards freaking, they're really hard to read. And I have good eyes. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, no. I know what I need to do. I know what I want to do. I need to just, like, actually be focused. God. Fucking damn it. Okay. Shall I? Toxrill. Itali. You know what? Actually, let's do this. Because really, what I want to do the most is just abuse really nasty ETB effects. Yeah, like Scheming Fence, that's pretty gross. Alquist. Wythar? Whatever. Point is, he's going in. Emmett Selk. I don't know how to say his name. Kotose. Cruxa. Lucranos. Ravager Worm, which I've never really used, which is kind of a little funny to me, actually, because it's pretty good, especially destroying a land with an activated ability that isn't a mana ability. There's a good handful of lands that applies to. So, yeah. Oh, I've never seen War Leader's Call. Ooh. Ooh, yeah, Night of Autumn. I can potentially get a bunch of life, or, you know, I can have a 4/3, or I can destroy an artifact or enchantment. That's not bad. Dulcimer's tempting, but I'm going to go with no. What the fuck does Clay Champion do? Choose up to 2 other target creatures you control. For each 2 white spent to cast this creature, put a +1/+1 counter on each of them. Ah. Cool. Yeah, I don't care about the lion turtle. Prime Speaker Zagana. What the hell do you do? When Bonnie Paul enters, create Bow, a legendary blue ox creature token with Bow's power and toughness are each equal to the number of lands you control. Whenever you attack, draw a card, then you may put a land card from your hand or graveyard onto the battlefield. Nah, I'm good. Okay, cool. Those are apparently all of my most powerful 2-color cards. Damn, I didn't know Cruxa only cost 2 mana. I have actually not noticed that this entire time. Ugh. Gross. Or, well, those are all of my super powerful ETB effects. What about... Okay. Now we're gonna... I mean, I have some good card draw stuff, but honestly... Well, yeah, I'm gonna need some actual regular card draw, which, I mean, I have some. I have Alquist... I have Emmett Selch or Selk or whatever his name is. Prime Speaker Zagana, who, like, literally with just Niv-Mizzet on the field, will draw me 7 cards when she comes out. Toxrill allows me to draw cards via slugs. With our allows me to draw cards if I lose life via his effect. You know, and I'm actually able to dig for all of these using Niv-Mizzet, so no, I have all the card draw I really need. I just need good ramp. Which is mainly going to come in the form of Tome of the Guild Pact, the Eternity Elevator, Fanatic of Ronas, Azusa, ooh, and Leyline Immersion, yes. Also, being able to play lands from my graveyard is kind of nice. I don't know, do I have a lot of stuff that requires me to, like, discard cards? I mean, I got this fucker. Hmm. Oh, hey, Timeless Lotus. And we'll go with Bard class. Cool. It's a lot of really good, like, ramp type stuff. Oh yeah, I wanted to put Conduit of Worlds in here too. It's a good idea to have some kind of recursion or reanimation, you know? Especially so I don't gotta, like, consistently freaking deal with his rising commander tax, because nobody's just gonna let me have a flying 6/6, even if he only does the ETB and that's it. There's also entirely every chance that he could get countered, so I don't really like that. And And in fact, let's just make sure I got a lot of good, like, recursion just in case he dies. I don't want to deal with a skyrocketing fucking commander tax if I don't have to. Yeah, people like to run like really, really heavy removal a lot of the time, so Oversold Cemetery is a solid choice. Any good multicolored graveyard nonsense? Invasion of Tolvada is good. And then I do have Emmett here, who, as long as he hasn't transformed into Hades yet, will allow Niv-Mizzet to go into my graveyard without getting exiled. So, oh my god. Also, let me check my phone, see if I got any notifications that I missed or anything. Alesha's okay, but the popular saying, she dies to removal. So, nah, I'm good. I hate that seeking bullshit. I really hate that. Yeah, realistically, that'll work. Unless... We'll throw in the Terminus, too. Okay, that is enough graveyard recursion stuff. How many creatures I got? 16? I might want to fix that. 5 artifacts, 3 enchantments, 1 battle. So far, my average mana cost is 4. That's not good. Okay, alright, we got tons of card draw. We got some removal even. Actually, not just some removal. We got a good amount of removal, actually. Got some good ramp. Timeless Lotus, Trinity Elevator, Tome, Miguel Pack, Tox Riddle. Let's see, Thassa, Ishtola, Thassa, Ishtola. Oh, and you know what? Let's not forget freaking Mishra and Urza. Really don't want to do that. Let's see, Ishtola, Thassa. So far, I don't have much in the way of devotion, but that'll change. Okay. And then let's also check out, let's see, Philia's good. And the Eternal Wanderer. Okay. I got enough stuff for, like, you know, blinking my shit. Primal sickness. Jesus Christ, man. Basically turns into a goddamn Blightsteel Colossus. That's so messed up. Okay. We got good ramp, we got good card draw, we got tons of good, like, non-instant or sorcery, like, removal stuff. We got things that, like, stop my opponents from doing shit. You know what? In fact, speaking of preventing my opponent from doing things, let's see. Drana and Linvala. Tagam. We're getting somewhere with the creatures. I want to have at least 30. Yeah. Oh, I don't want to forget a Trotta. I almost forgot about that. Some extra turns are a good idea too. Okay. And that average mana value is only going up. Okay, I gotta stop this. I gotta stop putting in a bunch of fucking expensive ass freaking cards. Oh, yeah. Now to get back to doing what I was doing with the enters effects, ETBs. Making sure my opponent doesn't have non-basic lands sounds like a really good idea. Lauren. With toughness 2 or less. Oh shit, I can go grab Phyrexian Dragon Engine with that. Or Azusa. Or Knight of Autumn. I could just grab Polukranos. Yeah, we're gonna put in Recruiter of the Guard. That's pretty cracked. And that's probably enough mono white stuff. Yeah. I mean, unless there's anything that costs like 1 that I care about, which... Let's see. Enchant artifact you control. Exile target creature and opponent controls until this aura leaves the battlefield. Enchanted permanent has ward 1. I don't care about that. Yeah. Kiora sounds like a good idea. What was that all about? Huh. This is actually a pretty cool custom magic card I just saw. 2/3 human cleric. Cards that are not on the battlefield lose all abilities. I like that. That's pretty nice. Let's see what I want to do here. Not really seeing a whole lot of stuff in black that I really care about putting in here, unfortunately. And especially not really much of anything that costs less than freaking 3 mana. So Much as I kind of don't like that, we're just going to have to say no. This is pretty nice. Put wicked roll tokens on things, make treasures, draw cards. Gotta like that. I really want to make a Super Friends deck one of these days. All of the different oaths are pretty fun in that kind of deck. Oh, gala greeters. Hell yeah. Fucking Scute Swarm. I'm never not gonna have flashbacks when I look at that goddamn card. Basically every Scute Swarm deck is the same too. They all play fucking Scape Shift and shit like that. Ugh. Okay. Lots of good ATB effects. And then honestly, if I'm really, really, really building the deck to abuse ETBs, then straight up, I need to put as many things like this in there as possible. Things like Philia, Fortune, Charming Prince, because if I have out Ishtola or Thassa yet, I mean, suddenly I'm scrying and gaining as much life as I want, basically. Guardian of Girapur. Appa could be really fucking silly. In fact, dude, especially with fucking the Eternity Elevator, dude. Yeah, no, Appa's going in. What am I talking about? Of course I'm putting Appa in the fucking deck. Twining Twins. Do I have anything that would really, really, really like these shards? I guess I could turn them all into copies of Galagreeters or Fanatic Ronas or something. Or Recruiter of the Guard. No, that's an ETB effect. Yeah, I got a lot of legendaries in here. Yeah, no, I can't really justify putting Nico in here. Not really. Um. Hmm. I need more of this. Devourer of Destiny. This would be so cracked in my Eldrazi deck. Just, ugh. And then... yeah, and then Joda. And I think that's really... yeah, I'll put one more creature in here, but... I'm pretty much good. Um... Hmm. Hmm. Most of my deck still costs 3 or less. I don't feel too bad about the mana balance in here. Especially since I got a bunch of ramp anyways. Yeah. Angel of Grace. That's what we're going to go with. Now. Oh, did I put Metamai in here? Yes, I did. It's a relatively easy, extra turn every couple of turns. So that's cool. All right. So let's see. Let's check out what kind of silliness I can put in here. Because at this point, I'd like to just find a way to keep my opponent from running me over. So, silence, ghostly prison. Inventive iteration. Smothering Tithe. Ristic Study. This could be really silly. I'm not really running tokens, so Amulet of Safekeeping is a pretty funny way to go with this. I think I'm going to go with that. Oh my god, there's 4 of you in here? Hell yes! Welcome everybody! Or well, according to Streamlabs. Let's see what the stream manager says on my phone here. Yeah. Yep, 4 of you. Hell yeah! Thank you for being here, everybody. Appreciate you coming in here, Rogues. I've been spending most of the stream just kind of damn near by myself. So, it's really nice to see y'all in here. Thank you for coming. Okay. Let me see. Ghostly Prison. Through Silence and Smothering Tithe and fucking... Yep, and I need to remember, I've got a good amount of ways to, like, remove shit, too. Yeah, no, freaking, 3 damage to any target. Oh, yeah, no, I got some really good ways to remove shit. I try to just straight up exile stuff when she deals damage. Flage. You can burn anything that has 3 toughness or less. Not to mention I have a lot of stuff that either just prevents my opponent from really being able to do a whole lot of damage to me. There's also that. That's kind of funny. I don't really have a lot of non-permanents. Whatever. What's the color balance looking like here? I got almost no red. It's mostly white, blue, and green, interestingly enough. But that's okay. I'm fine with that. I did not know I had the water crystal. Oh, I forgot about that. You know what? Screw it. I do have ways of producing an ungodly amount of mana, so why not? Omniscience, let's go. Why the fuck not? Okay. I mean, the only thing I'm really grievously lacking is counter spells. I don't think I have anything that counters stuff. But that's also not really what this deck does, so it's fine. No, this should be able to do things just fine. Especially with this goddamn thing. Recruiter of the Guard. That is capable of grabbing a lot of really messed up shit out of my library, so I think I'm gonna be okay. You know, it's crazy that Mishra's a 3/5 for only 4 mana. God, and I have like indestructible shit too. Not a lot, but some. As well as things that are able to come back if they get killed, like Cruxa and Pelucranos and Flage. And it allows me to... Yeah. No, this should be okay. It's not going to be the most amazing deck you've ever seen in your life or anything like that. Although, also, how am I doing on, like, removal and stuff? Did I space on removal? Oh my god. Okay, I'm sorry, everybody. It's 5 o'clock and I'm running off of like 2.5 hours of sleep. I'm gonna have to just figure this out some other time. So, one last thing before I go. Just so y'all know, this stream was brought to you by Dubby, your taste buds' favorite energy drink. Uh, it has no sugar, no fillers, no dyes, and it's made from like a coffee cherry extract, so it gives you a lot of energy and focus without any jitters or any crash. So you got the juice you need to make those big plays in your favorite games and stuff. You can actually get W products for 10% off using my link or my code. I'll be putting that link here in the chat in just a moment. And let me see here, one sec. Let me get that in there for y'all. Bam. Oh, wait. Connected to chat. Man. That wasn't very smooth. But it's all good. Here you go. I got you. Clipboard. Boom. There you go. So, make sure you go get your W products with this link here. I actually get a cut of that so that hopefully I can continue to do this for a living for you, rogues. So, thank you all for coming, and I'll catch you tomorrow for the historic grind. Peace out.